To put a vote and push a point means to be strategic. That means directing things in your life very, very casually. And that directing of the things in your life can be very, very powerful now. Welcome to this video where I'm talking about the astrology of January 4th and 5th of this year of 2025. So the very first aspect we have happening on January 4th, we have the sun into Capricorn coming to a sextile with Saturn in Pisces. So what this means is that we're feeling more responsible at this time toward our commitments, toward our goals, toward our New Year's resolutions, and we're more disciplined when it comes to pursuing our goals, following our New Year's resolutions. We are also feeling more strategic at this time, planning things out, developing strategies. This is a time to truly reflect on your long-term goals. What are those things for the long term that are your goals? This is the time to balance your working responsibilities with compassionate, feminine qualities and self-compassion. So balancing the work you're doing out in the world and balancing your nurturing feminine side at home. This is very, very important. You want to integrate self-care into your schedule guilt-free with guilt-free cards. You're integrating self-care into your schedule, whatever that looks like for you, bring it in. This is a time to make sure that your commitments to others, make sure that your commitments to others are honored and appreciated. This is very important. A downside of this energy could be workaholism, neglecting your personal relationships through your work. That could be a really, really hung-shy level of this. This is about matching elders in your family or community, matching them in a kind of way. It's good advice to consider the feedback of those around you. Don't really, really be open to the advice of those around you and what they have to say with what you're doing. There can be very, very valuable lessons to advance your career and would become an authority figure in your life. Work with what you have. Be satisfied with what you have to work with in your life at the current time. Don't look to what was or what will be. Focus on the present as much as you can. This is about um, truly taking stock of what you have. This is about creating stability for your family. You're being called upon to guide and assist someone around you. So the next aspect we have is the moon will square Jupiter. So this brings about a heightened sense of empathy and compassion. You're feeling more empathetic, you're feeling more compassionate. This is good to consider the long-term consequences of your actions, inclination towards the deeper aspects of existence. You want to grow yourself for others, because of your insecurity, concerned about not being needed by those around you, grand gestures of love and caring, you don't allow your fears to get magnificent, go to overindulge in food and shopping, embrace optimism and philosophical contemplation. The next aspect is the sun sextile of the moon. So, your brain's conscious and subconscious sides are balanced at this time. Self-confidence and balance focused. Good for networking. Take some time out for yourself to engage in leisure, speak from the heart, create a sense space where you and your partner feel safe to express your true selves. Another aspect we have going on is the moon will conjunct Saturn. So when the moon is conjunct Saturn, this is about dipping into moments of depression, dovetailing into those things. Emotions more reflective of your inner state than your external reality, deep self-reflection and growth, hard to make decisions about your emotional life. Pause just before you jump into whatever choice you want to make. How can you nurture yourself and soothe yourself? Vulnerability can be a tremendous strength. Isolation can worsen negative emotions. So you got safe places where you can express yourself openly. Practice mindfulness to stay present in your 24-hour reality. So the oracle cards that I chose for January 3rd or January 4th, trying to find them, including the very, very first card is the oracle cards I chose um include Keepers of the Earth, You're Not Alone, Ancient Ancestors Stand Beside You, and The Great Gathering. It's all come together into a pet soul tribe. So this is a time to really, really call on your spiritual support team for assistance. They're here to help. You're not alone. Being part of a group that can support you in your soul's mission. You're part of a group that devotes their lives to something greater for them than themselves. When you express your needs, those who will meet them will come to you. Devote your life to protecting the earth in a unique way. Open your heart and mind to receive more than you ever thought possible. January 5th. The very, very first aspect is the moon sextile Uranus. You don't want attention for yourself as you project it onto others. Time to be an individual. So try something new in your domestic routine or personal life. Finding new and innovative ways of doing things because you feel inventive. Getting involved in groups helping to promote social change. Feeling compelled to act in erratic and shocking ways. Leaning to new opportunities without giving more thought to it. Not being defined by others, stumbling upon critical information while surfing the net, feeling more comfortable expressing the unique side of your personality than in trying Mars. So, when the moon is trying to Mars, this aspect really, really brings courage to the forefront. That's what it really brings. Courage and motivation to make the first move and take the lead. Honored for your honesty and sincerity, that you may be honored for these expressing these qualities at this time. This is a good time to stand up for yourself and defend your family. Really, really assert yourself. Really stand up for yourself and your needs and your desires and defend your family's needs and desires as well. This is also a lot about communicating with sincerity and openness, which can help you forge connections with others around you. This brings about a heightened sense of compassion that deepens your relationships. You may be seeking more intimate moments with your partner. This is good for getting involved in groups, doing physical exercise in those groups, stepping out of your comfort zone and embracing new experiences, collaborative efforts with ease, resourcefulness, self-sufficiency, and independence. Good for starting group projects, moon sextile Pluto. So, with the moon sextiling Pluto, the moon in um, Aries, Pluto in Aquarius, this is all about you being drawn to the depths of your emotional landscape. You're writing personal experiences, you're wanting profound experiences. This brings about emotional release and transformation. Releasing what no longer serves you, such as limiting habit patterns and beliefs. So, what are the limiting habit patterns and beliefs that are no longer serving you? Embrace the deeper connection in your relationships. Connect on a profound level with those around you. Deal with underlying psychological and emotional issues. What doesn't support your highest good? Now it's time to release that now. Or even if it's accompanied by intense emotional reactions. Even so, even so. The moon is going to conjunct the North Node. So this is time to live a different life than you're currently living. Create create a life within your means. Follow your instincts and intuition. Dig deeper into your healing process. Experience personal transformation. Drastic changes to your family and relationships. Valuable lessons which increase your empathy. You more nurturing others at this time. But the cards that I pulled include, yeah, the message of this card is just to say yes when people give you opportunities, when they ask you to do something. Say yes to life. And the second card is Unbound, which represents releasing soul patterns, contracts, and past lives. So this particular card deals with healing difficult and compelling patterns. This is what this is all about, is what are the patterns that you need to release from your life that are difficult, that are compelling, that are straining, that are keeping you in a certain state of being in a certain frequency, but you want to rise above that frequency to move into new ways of life. This is truly about freeing yourself from your past life traumas um, at this time. Freeing yourself from these things is very, very important. Acknowledge your past patterns, also very important. And unbind yourself from no longer sustainable ways of being. What are the ways of being that you're currently playing out in your life that are not sustainable for the long term? Time to release those things now. Okay, everybody, that is your astrology and oracle card reading forecast for January 4th and 5th. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.